active state recorded workouts. We're going to kick this one off with 4 30-second efforts for our warm-up, followed by 5 supersets, 10 exercises in total, where we do 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, and each of those supersets we're going to get through and do 3 sets on each. But our warm-up, the 4 exercises, we've got fast feet running on the spot, followed by walkouts, followed by high knee running on the spot, and then finishing off with an alternating reverse lunge. So that's our warm-up, guys, 4 30-second efforts, starting with our fast feet running on the spot. Off we go. So 30 seconds, fast feet running on the spot. Into our walkout. So body up nice and tall, hands on the ground, walk ourselves all the way out, shoulders over hands, nice small steps all the way back, up nice and tall. Should be able to perform 3 to 4 reps in your 30-second window. High knee running on the spot, picking those legs up a little bit higher, recruiting our arms slightly more. And finishing off effort number 4, reverse lunges. Take your time. Treat this one more as a stretch than an exercise. Even that rear knee can make slight contact with the ground. So definitely go through that full range of movement. Good stretch on the front of the quads. And resting. Just have 30 seconds. Good stretch. Hanging down to the hamstrings. Reaching up nice and tall. Stretching the shoulders. So 10 exercises in total today, 5 supersets. You'll need your weights for about 6 of those 10 movements. So make sure you've got those close by. Ideally, you've probably got a couple of light dumbbells, or we can get away definitely with using one. I'll probably go a little bit of both. I'll do a combination of 2 dumbbells and also 1. But exercise 1, we're going to do a forward lunge. Once we perform that forward lunge, then we're going to incorporate a shoulder press, and then we'll alternate with our lunge, okay? So changing up the legs, shoulder press in between. So I'm going to do that with just with the 1 weight, and then we're going to do an alternating opposite knee to elbow. We're on our hands coming across our body, opposite knee to elbow. So 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Each of these 2 movements we're going to perform 3 times, okay? So 6 45-second efforts before we have a bit more of a substantial amount of rest. But forward lunge with a shoulder press. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So lunging forward, push back, shoulder press. Opposite leg with a lunge, push back, shoulder press. So nice and deep with those lunges, and making sure we're fully extending our arms with the press. Get that weight right up above our head. And rest. Placing the weight down. So on our hands next, opposite knee to elbow. So left knee to right elbow, right knee to left, coming right across our body, keeping our back nice and straight. Shoulders over our hands, off we go. Just find your rhythm, nice control. Really bring those knees in as far as you can. And rest. That's superset number 1. Going to get through these 3 times. And go, forward lunge, press. And rest, placing our weight down on our hands again. The upper body's nice and still, just in and out with our legs, activating our core muscles. Off we go. And rest. One more effort on each. Forward lunge with a press. Off we go. And rest. Try and maintain our shoulders directly over our hands, nice and consistent. Stick at it for 45 seconds. Off we go. And rest. Good start, guys. Have a breather for a minute. So superset number 2, we're going to do some speed squats. So squats to a really fast tempo. You're almost doing 1 per second with this one. So 45 seconds. You're going to be upwards of 30 reps, somewhere between that 30 to 45 reps. So nice and quick. Getting that regular breathing pattern. So deep breath in on the way down, breathing out as we come out of that squat. I'm going to combine this one with a really good upper body shoulder exercise. We're going to do some lateral raises. So taking the weights out to the side, okay? If we've only got one weight, we can do a frontal raise where we're bringing it to the front. So speed squats and weighted lateral raises will be superset number 2. Same format, 45 on and 15 off. Each of these 2 movements we're going to go through and do 3 sets on each. So starting off with our speed squats in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Nice and quick, weight on the heels. And rest, a few deep breaths. So lateral raise or a frontal raise next. Or a combination of both. Off we go. If your weights are nice and light, do these repetitions nice and quick. If they're a little bit heavy like mine, I'm going to do a bit more slow and controlled. And rest. Superset number 2, we've got our speed squats into our lateral raises. Fast tempo with the squats. Off we go. All that weight's on our heels. And rest. I'm doing 30 to 45 seconds, that's my tempo. Lateral raises somewhere between 10 to 15 reps is a good rep range. Off we go. And rest. One more effort on each. Make sure with the squats, all that weight's on your heels. We're nice and deep and fully locking out at the top. Get that breathing right. Off we go. Rest. A few deep breaths. Grab our weights. Again, if we've only got the one weight, we're bringing it to the front. Off we go. And rest. That's the end of superset number 2, guys. Have a good breather. Have a rest again for a minute. 2 of 5 done. Superset number 3, we're going to do some high knee running on the spot, so really high intensity again. Nice high knees, pumping our arms, high knee running on the spot. Then we're going to be on our back side doing our kayak movement with our weight. So taking that weight from side to side, either with your feet planted on the ground or you can lean back slightly and have them elevated. The weight is almost touching the sides as we take to the left and right, okay? So high knee running on the spot in kayaks. 3 efforts on each. You need your weight for the kayaks and not so much for the running on the spot. 3 efforts on each, 45 seconds. Making sure we're working hard with that high knee running on the spot. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Seconds. Keep that intensity up throughout that 45. And rest. So on the mat next, on our backside. Again, either with your feet planted or leaning back slightly and have them elevated. Chest up, take that weight from side to side. Off we go. Last 10. And rest. Back up on our feet. Round 2 with our high knee running on the spot. Off we go. And rest. On our backside again. Off we go. Last 10. And rest. Let's finish off superset 3 nice and strong. Back into our high knee running on the squat. Off we go. And rest. Strong finish. Really rotating that upper body. Off we go. And rest. Have a breather. 3 or 5 done, guys. Which brings us to superset number 4. Exercise 1, we're going to do high swings. So just using one weight with this one, it's combining a squat movement and then bringing that weight up above our head with a swing. Okay, rather than a press, we're doing a swing. So high swings with our weight. It's more often than not just easier just doing that with one weight. And then we're going to go down into our renegade rows. So using 2 weights for that one. Nice and controlled renegade rows. If we haven't got weights, we can do alternating shoulder taps. If we haven't got a weight with a high swing, we can do a jump squat, okay? Take your time. Have that one weight for our high swings. This is perfect if you've got a kettlebell. Just make sure you don't let go of the object, okay? The high swings, alternating renegade rows. Superset number 4, 3 efforts on each, 45 and 15. We know how it's done. Let's do it. High swings in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So from there, down nice and deep, arms straight up above the head. Push up hard through your legs. Let that momentum drive that weight, swing above your head. Deep breath in, push up strong. And rest. You can control renegade rows. So ideally we've got a couple of dumbbells or kettlebells, or we're doing our shoulder taps if we need to. Off we go. Just make sure before we do each movement we activate our core, squeeze up. And rest. High swings, renegade rows. It's important to get your breathing right with these ones. Deep breath in on the way down. Off we go. Breathe out as we come up. And rest. Try and limit that movement in our hips as still as we can with the renegade rows. Off we go. And rest. Keep working for me. High swings. Third and final set. Off we go. rest. Finishing off superset number 4 with our renegade rows. Do somewhere between 15 to 20 reps. Off we go. And rest. Whew. Learn to breather. Good rest for a minute. Then we'll tackle our 5th and final superset. I'd just love to tell you it gets easier. Superset 5 is a good one. It's going to challenge our upper body, lower body and our core, the final couple. So we'll need our weight for the first exercise. We're going to do an alternating reverse lunge incorporating a bicep curl. So we'll actually perform the lunge and then do the bicep curl. Similar to doing the forward lunge and then we did the shoulder press, okay? So perform the alternating reverse lunge first, and then a bicep curl. And then we've got a push up to plank. So we're doing that push up, down onto our elbows, back up onto our hands, and repeat that sequence. This is it. Last one. So reverse lunge with a bicep curl. Again, you can do this with 1 or 2 weights. Totally up to yourself. And then we've got the push up, the plank. Just need our mat. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So reverse lunge, then into the curl. Opposite leg reverse lunge, bicep curl. Nice and deep with that rear leg on the lunge. Don't compromise that lunge technique. Then all the way up, all the way down with the curl. If your weights are too heavy, just have a go with 1 dumbbell, have a hand either side. And rest. Place those weights out of the way. Push up to plank. Off we go. So push up, down onto our elbows, back up onto our hands, push up. And just want to make sure we lead with the opposite side this time. Just make sure you keep changing that up. At any point, if you do this on your knees, push up on your knees. You can go down and up on your elbows as well on your knees, or a combination of both, okay? And rest. See, now it's done. Superset 5. Reverse lunge, curl. Off we go. rest. Probably aiming around that 10 rep range for both of these. Push up your plank, set 2, off we go. And rest. Close now, guys. Last couple of efforts. Quick transition. Off we go. Reverse lunge, bicep curl. And rest. Final exercise. Again, perform these for as long as you can on your toes, only your knees if you need to. Off we go, push up the plank. And rest. Few deep breaths, guys, well done. Make sure we drink plenty of water off the back of that one. Make sure we stretch as well. Hope you've enjoyed it.